5 common mistakes that all beginner skateboarders make. I'm telling you guys, I have made all these mistakes before and it's hindered my progress. I'm here to tell you today how to avoid those mistakes so you can progress faster. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Sean Brown. I'm a skateboarder. I've been skateboarding for about 5 to 6 years now, and honestly, I like giving advice to people about skateboarding just because I feel like online there's not that many people online that can give good advice towards skateboarding, especially towards beginners. So like I said before, I'm going to give 5 common mistakes that beginner skateboarders make, and also stay tuned and watch the whole video because I'm going to tell you how to get some bonus tips on top of these 5 tips. So make sure you watch the whole video so you can get every single tip so you can progress faster. So mistake number 1 is not having the right gear. I'm telling you, this is so important. It may seem pretty obvious, but it's not really obvious to people who are just starting to skateboard. So one of the first things I recommend is making sure you get good skate shoes. So I'm going to give you an example of what's not a skate shoe. These are not skate shoes, but this is a skateboarding shoe. Now the main difference is going to be the shape of the shoe, and it's mainly the shape of the sole. So one thing you're going to notice with skate shoes is that these bottoms are going to be really flat. Like there's going to be no curvature or anything really in them. If you look at these basketball shoes, there's a whole bunch of ways they're laid out differently because people make shoes specific for the sport that people are doing. I'll play a clip before, but when I first started skating, I skated in some like really old like Nike shoes that were not good for skateboarding. They're just too bulky. I could not feel the board that well. So I recommend you just make sure you buy a good pair of skate shoes. You can either go to your local skate shop, you can go on Amazon or any type of skateboarding website. I'll have some options in the description below just so you can get some nice skate shoes, but make sure you do that. Also, some other quick tips: make sure you try to get a helmet. I really recommend this. It's better to be safe than sorry. Also, a big shout out to George Poulos for giving me some Helmet Gang stickers. I'm going to put these on my helmet, and yeah, please just wear a helmet, especially if you're just starting, because it's really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing and you're about to fall and you don't know how to catch yourself. So I really recommend getting a good helmet. Also, I can go into detail more with buying skateboards and things like that. Just let me know if you want to see a video about that, but there are certain things you need to know with buying a board. The main thing you really need to know is just don't go to Walmart or something to buy a board. Make sure you go to a skate shop or go to a skateboarding website. So before I go to the next mistake, I want to tell you guys about how you can get more bonus tips from me. So there is this new app. It's called Rumble, and I'm going to switch to my phone screen right now. So what Rumble is, it's kind of like a TikTok app, but it's, I think, a lot better because you can actually connect with creators, because what it allows it to do is creators can post content for people to talk about, or they can post stuff for you specifically, and they're relatively short videos. They're not too long like a YouTube video or anything. So my plan with this app is to share skateboarding tips with you guys, and then there's also features where you can respond to me asking questions or respond to me with your ideas on a topic that I give out for you guys to respond to. So again, the app is called Rumble. It's on iTunes and Google Play. So if you go on the app and download it, I'll have those links in the description. My username is SeanBrown99. It's the same as my Instagram. And if you see here, you can go to my profile, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to have tips on here. I have like kind of like an intro video at first, but when this video is posted, I'm going to have more tips on here, and then I'm going to allow you guys to ask me questions too. So if I go to the homepage real quick, you're going to see all these videos from these creators, and they're talking about certain topics. And what you can do is you can post your own topic, or you can reply to other people's topics, especially if there's a creator that you're following. So let's say, for example, you're on one of my videos. If you look in the top right corner, that is how you reply to a video. So if you click that, it'll give you a little video of yourself, and you record basically what the topic is about and give your response to it. So what I want you guys to do with that is when I post tips, either respond to it if it helped you or not, and also post videos to me about what things you want to see me giving tips on. But yeah, just make sure to check it out. It's really cool. It's a pretty new social media app, so they can really help with getting a following. So make sure you follow me on there. It's SeanBrown99. You can explore other people's things, or you can check out specifically mine. You get notifications just like any other social media app, and you can make your own profile. So I definitely recommend checking out that app, and definitely use it if you want to get more bonus tips from me. Okay, so for the second mistake, honestly, I think people are trying tricks way too fast because they are not prepared either physically or mentally. And what I mean by this is just try to make sure you're trying tricks that you feel like you can actually learn pretty soon. So what I mean by this is, one example is I went from learning frontside 180s to trying to jump straight to a kickflip. What I should have done is I should have tried to learn backside 180, should have done pop shove it, front shove it, and some other tricks before going straight to the kickflip. Because if you just jump straight from like an ollie to a kickflip, it's gonna be extremely hard. And mainly, the thing is, when you're making sure you're mentally or physically prepared, it's just making sure you're more comfortable on the board so that you're ready to try a trick. Because if you're physically or mentally not ready, you're pretty much not going to land it. You're going to struggle a lot. So just make the job easier on yourself by just learning a whole bunch of easier tricks before any difficult tricks. So make sure you just spend your time mastering your tricks before you try to move on to the next one. So this next mistake kind of goes hand in hand with the previous mistake that I gave, and that is not cleaning up your tricks. This is a real mistake that I struggled with a lot, and what happened is I would spend a lot of time learning a trick only to land it once and then stop it. I wouldn't try to master or try to clean up or anything. I would just take the sketchy trick, whatever it was, and I would just keep it. And that's really bad, because what you're gonna do is if you try to use that trick into any other combinations, it's gonna be sloppy in the next trick. So what you wanna do is just make sure you spend time on your tricks to make sure you master them and make sure you clean them up. And you don't have to be too hard on yourself, but just try to make sure that you want your trick to look clean. Like, you want it to look steezy, right? So make sure you actually spend time on your tricks. There's nothing wrong with landing anything sketchy, but just over time, just make sure you can practice them over and over again so you can land them as much as you want to. So I remember back when I was learning kickflips, I kind of just like landed one and then I didn't land another one until like 3 months later, because I took a long break after I landed just one. I didn't try to do it ever again. So it's kind of stupid, but now I can just do kickflips just like that. I can do like as many as I want. So yeah, make sure you master your tricks and try to clean them up if possible. So the fourth mistake that most beginners make is they don't have much motivation. And the thing is, if you're not motivated with anything, it's gonna be so hard to push forward and progress. And wow, there's a fly flying right near me. So to stay motivated with skateboarding, what you have to do is just try to have fun with your skateboarding. Don't try to think of it too seriously, because if you're thinking about landing a trick too seriously, you're gonna get less motivated when you're not landing the trick, like not right away. So make sure you try to have fun with it. Skate with friends, look at YouTubers. Like, some people look at me and say I inspired them to keep skating. So just try to get inspired and stay motivated with your skateboarding, because if you don't have a positive attitude towards learning and progressing, then it's going to be really hard to keep moving on with skateboarding. That's just part of the process, just knowing that it's going to take time and effort to get better. If skateboarding was easy, everybody would do it, and it wouldn't be as fun if like you can land a kickflip right away. Like, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. The whole thing that makes skateboarding fun is that it's hard to learn, and then finally being able to conquer that trick being hard. It's like a whole another feeling, like learning a trick for the first time. So definitely try to stay motivated and just know that it's gonna take time, but just have fun with it and skate with friends. Y'all, there's too many bugs out here. I'm gonna have to keep like swatting everywhere I go. And finally, the last mistake that everybody makes, I am telling you, they quit. And I'm telling you, I did this too. Like I said before in most of my videos, when I started skateboarding, I started off learning a crappy ollie, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is too hard. So I quit for about like 3 to 4 years before even getting back to it. And then I ended up learning like crappy 180s, and then maybe like a really bad kickflip that wasn't really clean, and then I quit again for like a year or two. The thing is, if I just stayed with skateboarding and just progressed through all those difficulties, I would have been a lot better right now. So that was just a lot of time wasted that I could have put towards progressing in skateboarding. The thing also is, if you quit, the skateboard's always going to be back there for you, but just know that the more time you take off with skateboarding, the harder it's going to be when coming back to it if you ever decide to come back. And like I said in the last tip, skateboarding is not easy, so just try to have fun with it. And then if you like accept that and just say, hey, as long as I keep practicing, as long as I keep putting in the work, I'm gonna get better, then trust me, like, you'll progress so fast as long as you don't quit. All my friends, they quit pretty early, but I kept with it and I'm a lot better than them now. So just make sure you stick with it as long as you can. So that was my advice on the 5 common mistakes that all beginner skateboarders make. I hope that helps you guys. Make sure you avoid making these mistakes. I'm telling you, I wish someone told me this all when I started skateboarding. And also be sure to check out the Rumble app to get some extra bonus tips. All those links will be in the description. And it's a new app, so just make sure to check it out and actually communicate with me on it. Otherwise than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I haven't been skating as much myself. I'm just finishing up my internship, so hopefully when I go back to college, I'll be able to skate more there. I don't think my junior year is gonna be too hard. I mean, it might be, but I'm gonna try to skate if I can and get some content out for you guys. Otherwise than that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.